and keep it.
Right. So when you go to register it, ask them if you can get the skull back, because I've heard you can ask them.
Oh, really?
And what I was told is that, I think it's underneath. What I was told was that they might be able to get you one back, but they won't guarantee it, and they won't guarantee that it will be yours.
Okay.
So you might still be able to get one, but that's something I would just talk to the where you get it registered at. I'm assuming you're probably going to Muskegon.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Just like that, then?
Yep. That is it.
A legally tagged otter.
Congratulations on your first otter, buddy.
Thank you.
So it looks like that otter grabbed another koi out of the pond, drug it up underneath the dock here.
Ate on the tail a little bit.
Yep. So
Went in for another snack.
we got this one out. We're going to reset it. As soon as Kyle picks his knife up out of the bottom. But that's the slide right there below Jackson. Where they were coming in, we busted out the ice and put a 330 conibear right there. And that's where we had the otter this morning. So there we got,
That is still staked up.
we got the trap set, safety latches are on. And I'm recording this just to show everybody, but also because I want to watch how he does this. So when I have to do this, I don't get my arm stuck in it, because those 330s are no joke. And Kyle can tell you from personal experience.
It hurts.
And for those that don't know, and this is what I understand, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I understand. The designated number on these traps refers to the weight of, or the amount of pressure in pounds that the spring actually compresses. So 110 is 110 pounds, 160 is 160 pounds. These are 330s, correct?
Yes.
So that's 330 pounds that gets snapped on whatever gets in this trap. So yeah, I'd rather not have my arm stuck in that.
Doesn't feel good.
No. I've had 110s and 160s on my hand before, and even that wasn't good. I can't imagine having a 130. I would hope it would be on my arm and not my hand, because I think you'd end up with broken bones.
Most likely.
You know. So he's setting the triggers right.
So setting everything, I try to keep the safeties on top, so then it keeps it all safe. I can kind of mess around with the trap now.
Yep, and this is a frame that the trap sets in.
Just an H frame. And then to set that up, run that right through.
So it goes right through the
springs
on both sides. And just slides right down.
Slides that right down, and then you...
Now, we talked about it when we set these, what, 2 days ago? Yeah. About the difference on setting it for an otter versus a beaver. Because otters will stay higher and beavers tend to dive to the bottom. Is that correct?
Yes.
From what we understand?
So if you put a dive stick across, or we're using the ice as our method to keep the otters underneath the water.
Yep.
The otters will stay closer to the top. Beavers will dive deeper to get underneath everything. In this situation, we're sitting in about a foot of water, so it doesn't really matter. If you're outside of the beaver season, or outside of the otter season still trapping for beaver, they recommend you move your triggers to the side, because otters will stay to the edge of the trap instead of going through the center.
Really?
Yep. And then we put the triggers on the bottom, because if they're sitting on top, hanging down, and any of the trap is sitting above the water, it'll either freeze, or the otters will see it and then get worried that there's something that's odd, I'm not going to go through it.
Okay.
So we put the trigger underneath the water, so then it's hidden, and then they don't even know that it's there.
Okay.
And I just lift that up.
And of course, he's got his tags on there and everything. And then we're using a piece of rebar T anchor to anchor it once we get it set.
Put the springs up.
Now, does it matter having the springs up or down or whatever?
I don't think it matters, but if I put them down, I'm not going to be able to anchor it all the way into the ground.
Gotcha.
And if we have the springs up, it makes it a little bit more easy for you to see if they're set.
Yep.
Or if
and
it's gone off
that's
when you come by.
That's one of the things I noticed right off the bat when I got down here, is I could not see those, and I can see the other ones clearly from just walking around. It makes it easier
for identifying it.
Yep. It's a good idea.
Then makes checking your traps a lot quicker.
Yep. And then you're always putting it like right close to the edge of the ice, right?
Yep, right on the edge of the ice. And I'm putting it in what I see as the deepest pathway.
Yep.
So no matter what, they're not going to go towards the dock. Hopefully they'll go that way towards the hole in the ice.
Yep.
And then you just set that in, fold that, and the trap is set.
And then you see we have our anchor right over there. Run the cable over there.
Cable down in the water.
Yep. And the anchor, you can see the sea post is right there. Again, so we're out here because this is a private pond. There's one of his koi, and then the other one I showed you underneath the dock. There's a carcass of one over there, and carcass of another one. Wasn't it?
Right underneath
Oh,
you.
yeah. Right there, that one they'd got.
And we had one drug into a mink hole
Yep.
in the snow
Yep.
that we found.
And there was a carp drug up underneath the snow that we think was mink because there's like a tunnel through the snow.